My brother copied every purchase I made for years, so I let him copy something that ended up destroying his life. I've had a copycat since the day I was born, my younger brother Otto. And I don't mean that in the normal sibling rivalry kind of way. I mean it like if I bought a Honda, he bought a Lexus. If I saved for something, he'd buy the premium version on credit. If I got a promotion, he'd somehow get a better title at a competing company. It started small, almost cute even, like when I got a used Xbox in high school. Otto convinced our parents he needed the newest PlayStation for his grades. I didn't care since I just wanted to play Halo with friends. But by the time we hit our 20s, it got vindictive. I bought a decent watch after my first real job. Otto showed up to Sunday dinner with a Rolex, telling everyone, watches are investments, unlike some people's choices. I got engaged with a ring I could afford. 2 weeks later, Otto proposed with a rock twice the size and posted comparison photos on Instagram tagged Upgrade Your Love. When I mentioned planning an Italy trip for our anniversary, Otto took his girlfriend there the week before and commented on all my posts with, I can recommend better spots we discovered. Then mom pulled me aside after dinner one night. You need to stop flaunting your purchases. Otto's maxed out 3 credit cards trying to keep up with you. We've had to refinance the house. This competition you started is ruining him. I had never started anything. 2 months later, I was finalizing my wedding plans with my fiancée Julie. We'd booked a small ceremony at our favorite resort for March, and I'd spent weeks writing personal vows. On one particular day in late February, Otto announced he was eloping the following weekend with his girlfriend, but he didn't just elope. He booked our resort, hired our photographer, even called our florist claiming there was a mix-up with the brothers' weddings. He literally had our wedding before us. But the worst part came when I saw his ceremony video online. He was reading my vows, word for word, the same ones that I'd spent weeks writing and had left the paper at my parents' house. Julie watched those words coming out of Otto's mouth and collapsed. She cried for hours and kept saying, those were supposed to be mine. Ours. He just stole your vows like it meant nothing. We postponed our wedding indefinitely. That's when I decided to give Otto exactly what he wanted. A competition he couldn't win. I found the perfect trap. A beautiful colonial house from the outside, but a nightmare underneath. The inspection report from a realtor friend showed foundation cracks, black mold, flooding basement, and termite damage that would cost a fortune to fix. I started talking about the house at every family dinner, calling it a prize I desperately wanted. I showed mom fake mortgage paperwork for more than we could actually afford. I acted obsessed with that particular house, making sure Otto would hear me every time. And after 3 weeks of building suspense, I announced that I'd given up because I couldn't save enough money. I even looked devastated. That house was our dream. I hope no one else buys it so I can get it back in the future. I knew Otto couldn't resist, and sure enough, he started hunting for it immediately. He found it on the market instantly, and the sellers had staged it brilliantly with fresh paint hiding water stains and furniture covering damaged floors. Otto didn't even tour it properly, and already made an offer on the first visit. He even waived the inspection to beat the imaginary competing bids I kept mentioning. And a week later, when he met me, he couldn't stop grinning. Remember that house you couldn't afford? I just closed on it. Looks like it was meant for me and not for you. You should probably look for something cheaper. I didn't say anything back, knowing full well the disaster that was about to come. During the first month, his basement flooded during a light rain. Otto called me panicking at midnight, but I let it go to voicemail. Then foundation cracks spread across the walls, and he realized he desperately needed repairs, otherwise the house would collapse. But those repairs cost money that he didn't have after having bought a house in such a haste. So Otto showed up at my apartment uninvited, looking haggard. His clothes were wrinkled and he had dark circles under his eyes. He stared at me for a long moment before speaking. You knew about that house. You did this on purpose. I just shrugged and told him I'd never even gotten inside to see it, and besides, he had bought the house on his own. He couldn't prove anything. Our parents had already given him their savings for the down payment, and he ran out of money. 6 months later, Otto was in the middle of a divorce with his wife and living in our parents' basement. He told everyone I'd set him up, but he sounded more like a broken record than an actual victim.